Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Presented by Carolina Lightweights. Come get with us. When the action begins in the studio, our referees for tonight's event are Elgato Azul and Carolina Real Streamers. For the viewers in attendance and Facebook and YouTube users around the world, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Live from the Elgato Azul TV studio in Louisville, Texas, it's time! What's up, slime lovers? I'm your host, Chris, a.k.a. Elgato Azul, my partner in slime, Mr. Jamie Dunn, Carolina Lightweights.
What's up, buddy?
What's happening?
Man, doing good, man. Out here with the heater, sitting around a little fire.
Man, y'all got that front done hit us this weekend.
I tell you, man, it got cold, brother. I was just telling you right before the show that we had some flurries. I believe that was Monday night, and got some video of it. And I said, dog, man, November and this flurries here in Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I saw that. I was like, damn, this shit's about to get good.
Yes, sir. Ready for it.
So tonight on the show, we're going to have Rich Segura with Operation Vets with Nets, talking about the Hooked on Heroes Tournament 2025. We'll also get into some fishing. We've got some SmackDown rod holders to give away. We'll probably wait till a little later in the show to give those away. We got 4 of them to give away. I'm going to leave it up to you guys whether we're going to give away all 4 to one person or break it up into 2. Give 2 to somebody and 2 to somebody else. So y'all let me know how y'all want that to go. And you want to run through here before we bring Rich on?
Yeah, let's run through real fast and see who we all got in here, Chris.
Let's run through here. We got Walt McCorkle. I think Walt is now backstage. He's going to come on and chat with us. Welcome in, Walt. Ed Jenkins says, evening, folks. Welcome in, Ed. Jay Evans, hometown boy, says, I'm here live. What's up, slime boys? We're ready to get it. Stephen Full says, what's up, gents and scholars? Fall bite has been crazy. Notice Stephen went and busted him a 50-pound lake monster. I bet that upset Levi that he wasn't there. I know how my son gets.
I know, right?
Realist Fishing, he's been on them down in Central Texas. Says, what's up, everyone? Welcome in. Chris Amon says, hello, question mark. Don't know what the question mark is, but hello. Vess Cook says, what's up, Slimers? Welcome in, Vess. I bet Vess is out there taking some pictures of the Aurora Borealis, or actually it's the Northern Lights, right? Or is that what they call it?
Northern Lights, yes, sir.
Levi's in the house. He says, rock and roll, rock and roll, rock and roll, rock and roll, rock and roll. Tim Hartley says, hello. Chris says, I'll be waiting. Corey Whaley says, what's good, slime family? It's all good. Drifty says, what's up, fellas? Brad Sparks says, I did basic at Fort Jackson in South Carolina.
Just right up the road.
Trent Hall says, what's up, fellas? Out here doing a little fishing. First fish in. 18 pounds.
Way to go, brother.
Go bust you a lake monster, Trent. It's lake monster season, buddy. All right, moving on down. Beth says, camera waiting. John Poole says, slime time. Welcome in, John. Brad says, all 4 rod holders at once. One person, I don't have any. All right. I like it. That makes it easier on me.
I like it, man. I like it.
Charles says, hello, everyone. Hector says, what's up, fellas? And we are caught up.
Heck yeah, man.
more people in here. Y'all give us a thumbs up. Let's get this party started. Let's bring on Rich first, and then we'll bring on Walt pretty quickly after that. Rich Segura, Operation Vets with Nets. Hooked on Heroes 2025, baby.
Yo, man, dude. What's going
tell
on?
you what.
Had a great time. I think everybody here knows Rich. We've had him on a couple times. Good friend of ours. He's the chief of operations / CEO over at Operation Vets with Nets. Rich, tell us about the tournament. How you got it started, what it's all about, and how it went.
Oh, no, absolutely. So last year, we decided to do a small little thing here locally just to try to see how we can do on a small scale. So I think we took out like 10 or 12 vets out. We had a small little cookout afterwards. Went really well. And it was around Veterans Day weekend, same time period or so last year.
So, is that working out pretty good for you, Veterans Day weekend? Because it's also hunting season. I mean,
yeah, and so I got
hunting right now.
I got
clear.
Oh no, believe me, I got a lot of our captains, a lot of friends complaining about the rut. I'm like, well, hey, listen, man. Bottom line is, I'm not a hunter. I can care less about hunting. I'm all about the vets. I'm all about the fishing. So with the rut, from what I understand, and see, Walter attempts to hunt, but Walter's a hunter, and
basically, is that the second weekend of hunting season? Was that?
I'm not sure. I don't know when the rut is. They say
5 different hunting seasons now. One for bow, one for women, and one for kids, and
exactly.
Chris, our hunting season's been in since August.
So I mean the rut. I just found out not too long ago what the rut was, and they're saying, well, that's when the bucks start mating. I said, oh, that's really good. You sit there and you go out to the rut to catch yourself a nut. You get shot and you're dead. What? I mean,
you know what?
Deer.
Those big bucks typically they're nocturnal. But when they're chasing those women, they do dumb crap and they run right
crazy stuff.
Somebody with a gun.
Once a year, you're trying to get your groove
on because that's when they're doing their dumbest moves.
Once a year, you try to get your groove on, and bam, you get shot. I'm like, that makes you want to go celibate. So these guys all tell me, well, it's from usually around Halloween weekend to about 3 weeks afterwards. I said, perfect. Then one of those weekends, Veterans Day weekend, we'll be doing our Veterans Day thing. If you rather go hunting, have at it. I don't care. The good Lord's going to get the right people there. So anyway, so we decided last January that, all right, we're going to do it at a lot grander scale this year. And we did. And we had some big time donors, specifically Blue Cross Blue Shield, their FedVip, their vision and dental program. Blue Cross Blue Shield was they were our title sponsor.
So what did they donate? What did they donate?
They asked that I not mention the amount, but
okay, so it's a dollar amount,
huh?
Money.
Yes,
that's good. That's cool.
So that really was allowed us to do a lot.
Yeah.
And then we had
food, helps pay for things to give the vets.
Every vet, and I don't have it with me here, but every vet and every captain and matter of fact, everybody who attended walked away with a Hooked on Hero 2025 jersey.
That's cool.
So
you gave away a bunch of rods too, right?
Oh my! See, that was going to be my next thing. Is Matt from Mad Cats? You know, the old Rod father himself. Like he said when we were at CatCon last year, he will never say no to Operation Vets with Nets because of what we do. Well, when I asked him and I told him what we were trying to do, Me and Walt were down there June, or is it May or June, when he did his 4th annual from opening up the store.
Yeah, June.
Yeah,
Right
June.
around my birthday.
Yeah, and I said, this is what we want to do. This is what we're trying to do. I want to give away so many rods.
Well, how many rods did y'all end up giving away?
60, 70.
Damn, that's insane, dude.
Yeah.
And so
Crazy. And so what else did y'all give away?
oh my God. So like Micah donated quite a bit. So we got rods. We got, like, for instance, the young man, which I'll show a picture if I can later, if you give me that ability or not. But it was a 13-year-old Gold Star family member that won everything. But so we gave a lot of Micah rods. Oh my gosh. Patriot probably gave 60 Patriot rods away. We gave a Blackstone, the griddle, portable griddle.
Yeah.
We had Alan Epps. He donated because he was
Who donated the griddle?
Operation Investment Nets did. We went out and bought the griddle.
All right.
A TV, a flat screen, a 32-inch flat screen TV. We gave away,
Man.
dude. We probably gave away close to $10,000 worth of stuff.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
It is.
And you know, it we had raffles, we had giveaways. I made everyone who walked away with a rod. I even gave some of my personal reels. I'm like, hey, I matched them up with a rod, gave them away, and most of the time it followed up with a lot of Carolina Lake weights, tackle. So we got a lot of that out. I mean, Mid-Atlantic, there were so many different. We had so many people that really support us, and we did a lot. And it was just, I mean, it was a fantastic time. And to see, and Walt will tell you, I'll let Walt share the story.
Let's bring Walt in.
There's
Walt,
the old man.
What's happening, buddy?
What's up, buddy?
So I see your lips moving, but I don't see you're muted. You're muted.
Unmute your mic.
He's flapping his lips and they're moving. He ain't a lip. There we go.
I guess the background's not really working out very well. I don't know why.
I don't know. It probably your connection or something like that. But anyway, so as I was saying, and this is where I'll let Walt share this. But so last year when we did this the first time, and we had a big Gold Star, it was a big Gold Star family thing. A gentleman, his son, and it was Rob Miner. His son was killed. He was a service member, and then so he had his grandson with him, Gavin, and he was on the boat with Walt last year. And as it happens with Walt all the time, they got skunked. No, I'm kidding, but they did get skunked last year. But then they turned around this year. 13-year-old Gavin. Well, Walt, go ahead and tell the story, dude.
Well, it's kind of one of those really slow days, and we were getting close to calling it a day. And I just randomly anchored on a spot. Wasn't really scanning a whole lot of fish in the area. And several boats had been there earlier in the day, and it freed itself up. So I just anchored. And if you know me, I hate anchor fishing. But I decided to go ahead and try it because we didn't have any real luck with trolling earlier. We were catching too much junk with the planer boards. So we anchored, and we got I fish with 8 rods when we're anchored like that. We just got them out when that fish hit and hit one of my Mad Cat rods, and basically bent that pole over. So Gavin, who is a pretty slender guy, I got him in the rod. He got hold of it, got him in the back of the boat, and got him to sit down. And he started reeling it in. And I wasn't real sure what size the fish was going to be because it never really came to the surface till it got close to the boat, which usually means it's a good sized fish. But we moved the fish, obviously moved around from side to side of the boat. And so I moved him around. And as I'm moving him around, I'm worried that the fish is actually going to pull him in the water. I mean, the pole, he was moving that pole around. If the fish doesn't pull him in the water, he's going to let go of that pole and the pole's going in the water, which would have meant that I would have been really cold because I was going after the pole. But it was a good fight. He really did. He probably spent 20 minutes trying to get that fish in the boat. It was by far the biggest fish that he has ever caught, and certainly made it worth his trip because at that point it was late in the after, getting closer to the time that we were supposed to just roll in and call it a day. There were 2 over 50, I think, were already caught. And I didn't know it at the time because I just wasn't checking to see everything. But immediately, Gavin's grandfather posted on the joint the chat that we had a 63-pound fish in the boat. Now, I really, when I went to lift that fish and put it in the water, I could barely put that fish in my boat if it wasn't for somebody else grabbing hold and helping me with that net. So I cannot imagine getting a 100-pounder in my boat. That would have been just
Wow.
unbelievable. But so he had, really, his smile says it all. There's a video that his grandfather took that's been posted on the Hooked on Heroes site and the Operation Vets with Nebs website and a number of other places. It just made his day. And I don't know whose day it actually made even more, because my day, the rest of my week, the rest of the year.
That makes your month.
That's absolutely correct. I have watched the video now 7 times, and every time I watch the video, I get emotional.
Yep.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
He's a great kid, and it's now the 4th time I've taken him fishing. So this is the 2nd tournament. My philosophy is because we got skunked, I said, no, we got to do this again. We're going to go back out. I don't let anybody come in my boat and not catch a fish. So I took him out 2 more times. One for we went out and got some catfish in the boat, and the other time we went and the speckled trout are running, so we got some speckled trout in the boat with him. So, but I tell you, it made my day, and it made everybody else's day too, because a young man was able to collect a 63-pounder and take the whole show.
And we had to make sure, because he corrected me, it was 63.8 pounds.
Right.
That's right. Because I was like 63.
I call that a 64.
Yeah, and he told me 0.8. I said, oh, that's right. You are right. 0.8. But the blessing, the true blessing about that was, number one, young kid. He was fishing in memory of his dad, passed away, serving his country. And so that literally, that once I came across the chat, and when Walt said, hey, that's us. And I'm like, holy smoke, and I was happy. Of all people, I'm glad my VP got it, especially because he's taken him out multiple times already. And it was just, Facebook is down. Wow. No.
Wow. This is a Facebook show.
Yeah, I was just looking, trying to find this, guys, while Walt was talking. And I didn't want to say nothing. And I saw where undoubtedly our live had ended.
Levi says he sees us on Facebook fine.
Wow. That's weird. All right. Well, hopefully
I pulled it up, and mine's not live anymore.
Mine said was live.
Huh.
That's man, it did this to us the other week. That kills us, dude. Because we don't have very many people on YouTube.
Well, I'm seeing a lot of people on YouTube, and I mean, but no, I'm with you.
1922, that's like a third of what we usually get.
No, I'm with you. I got you, buddy. But I mean, it truly was. It was incredible seeing this young man. And me and Ed Jenkins, after the event, we were at the hotel and we're drinking some. We got together afterwards just to catch up and chit chat, talking about a little bit of the future of South Carolina and Georgia and what Ed's going to be doing after the new year. And so we were talking, and then all of a sudden, Rob, his grandpa, showed up again and just started talking to us. And we're, and the impact that day had on Gavin will last him a lifetime. He goes, Rich, he normally doesn't stand up in front of crowds and talk. And this is the first time in a crowd that he admitted that his dad passed away, in the service. He'll do it one-on-one, but never. And he goes, he really opened up and he was talkative. He goes, that event right here today had that much impact on this young man. And so that truly, that again reassures me that we are doing the right thing.
I tell you, brother, I've seen a lot of the pictures and stuff, and I've heard a lot of talk about Operation Vets for Nets, and a lot of people, is talking right now. And I tell you, from all the pictures I've seen, it was amazing. It looked like it was just a heck of a time. I mean, from so many things to give away, but so many people that y'all guys had there. I was able to jump in, was watching some of it live that you had, and it was just it would just give you goosebumps, man, just because of being able to see what everything was going on. It was just amazing,
dude. And it was, and Walt attest to this. I mean, it was truly an emotional day. Talking with people and listening to people's stories, when you're on the side while people eating and talking, and it was I mean, there is an Army unit there that's at a Fort Lee, but if you remember that over the Potomac River, that helicopter that where the civilian plane crashed into a helicopter. Well, we had five of the members from the Army from that unit there. They've been dealing with a lot of stuff just with the death of those guys going down and the tragedy. And so they reached out months ago trying to, and yeah, absolutely, we got them involved. So there were 5 or 6 of those guys there, and just listening, and hearing what they're saying about what something like what we do means to them.
Hey, Rich, Charles says he's lost volume on YouTube now. So anybody else that's watching YouTube, Creole, if you're watching, can you hear us? And we might have to start a new stream if YouTube can't hear us and Facebook got cut off. Somebody's watching it over on Facebook now.
Got you guys, Lima Charlie. I hear you. So on Facebook's good. Do you?
Facebook is not good.
No, not good.
Facebook's dead.
Yeah.
I got people saying on YouTube, Chris, that everything looks good on YouTube side, but Facebook's still down.
Now, do you want to
start? Whoever's playing it on Facebook in the background, please turn the volume down.
I just turned it off. I'm sorry. I was checking it.
No, you're good.
So yeah. Do you want to restart the stream to see if we can come back up on Facebook?
I'll have to go schedule another stream on StreamYard.
You can't get out and then come back in and start it again?
No.
Gotcha. All right.
No, I wish I could, but it's telling me right here. I've got a red deal at the top of my page. It says we're having trouble streaming to Facebook. This may be an issue on Facebook's end. Possible the stream was ended.
Gotcha.
We're
resolve the issue. Please check Facebook to ensure the stream looks okay. This continues creating a new live stream.
Oh, gotcha. All
This
right.
did this to us about 3 weeks ago.
Chris, I think some of them from the Facebook side has come over to the YouTube side. Our numbers has jumped up over here. I think we got a lot of our people starting to come over to the YouTube side now
Oh,
for
there you
Facebook.
go.
A lot of
Good,
these
good.
people aren't on YouTube. Over
Yeah.
half are not on YouTube. And we were doing a big giveaway tonight for SmackDown, and that's a Facebook thing. So I can't do the giveaway tonight.
I guess you do it next week, but
Charles, check your volume, Bob. Everybody else said they've got us loud and clear on the YouTube side, Bob. See if your volume and everything. You might have to go out and come back in.
yep. But so I mean, what will tell you between what I was dealing with the cancer and everything over the summer, and having to work and coordinate all this because we lost some folks that were handling it up from there. You know, I mean, it was nerve-wracking for me. And Walt kept telling me, oh, just relax. You know, and all right, good. Charles has got it back in volume. Good. So I think, you know, and me, I always want things to go perfect. That's how I am, knowing not everything goes perfect. But I'll tell you what, it was pretty damn close to it. And Walt was just, even the night before, we had a meet and greet at a local VFW. And, you know, something didn't sit right in my craw. And I was about to say something. Walt's like, Rich, just go over there, relax. We got this. And it was the same thing the next morning. And really just everything went off, man. It was great. We had one casualty in a sense to where Josh Turner, his impeller went. He caught something up there, stopped peeing. Next thing you know, white smoke, the whole 9 yards. And that happened a few hours into it. And so they were stuck there out on the water, but they were fishing on a trolling motor. So they're out there and they're fishing. And once it was time to start heading back, one of our captains, Michael Harris, ran all the way down, towed him into one spot, and then brought him back to another. And then they made it back. You know, the vet Laney, who was with Laney Kramer, is one of our, she's like our military liaison with the active duty side of the house. Her and Josh, they end up getting back maybe 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour before everything was to end. So they missed everything. But we put a lot of stuff aside for them. We made sure they had food. And they still said they had a blast. They still said they had a good time out there. So it was, I think it was fun by all. Walt, what would you add?
Yeah, that was kind of an odd thing. His impeller breaking down and having somebody go out and pick him up. But he's a phenomenal fisherman, Josh is. And so, in fact, to be honest with you, I went to the spot to catch that fish because Josh and I had been fishing around that area a couple of weeks before, because otherwise I probably wouldn't have gone there. So, but he had such a great attitude. So did everybody. There was nobody I don't think anybody had a bad day or had a bad thing to say about any part of the event. The food was awesome. It was really, really, really good to see some of our captains that drove in from a lot of places. We did have a vet that drove from Texas to the event. Rich, our furthest captain was where?
Our furthest captain, wow.
Tennessee, Missouri?
No. We didn't have anybody from Missouri. and he didn't make it. He didn't bring his boat, but he's one of our captains.
Yeah.
But Steve come from Kentucky to assist in the event, and he did all the way up to the day of the event. He ended up catching pneumonia, ended up in the VA hospital the night before the event.
He did get to go fishing though, because I had already taken him out on the Elizabeth River fishing.
Yep.
So it wasn't an event that I had taken him because he was close to me, so I just took him out fishing.
And he went out shad fishing the day before. And that's another thing. So you guys know me. You know, Chris, you've known me 3+ years, 2-3 years. Jamie, just as long. You know, I'm going to do whatever it takes to if people are coming from a distance, to try to make things easy as possible. So we went out Friday morning, and we had probably 4 boats out there, all with our gill nets. And Josh Turner was on the boat with me, with Laney. And we sat there, and right where we normally catch our shad, and we probably put 175 shad. We alone probably put about 130, 140 shad on my boat. And then Don and Derek gave us like 30. And then a couple other people donated there. So any captains that were coming from a distance, we didn't want to have to worry about them going to find bait. They had bait already.
That's awesome.
So that's what we did. Yeah, Chris got 35. Yep. And so we want to make sure. And I still, when I got home, because I flash froze the last bit coming home, I still vacuum sealed up like 50 shad. I got sitting in my freezer. So which is good. So, but it's everybody came, every little part, people were just coming together and making things happen. Jim Bass, he's new to the organization. Him and his wife, Linda, and their realty company. Their realty company came out and volunteered their time, helping with the raffle tickets, helping set up. Just great by these guys as well. And so we are already planning next year's. We are setting up. I got the price of the cabins and all that, but it looks like we're going to do it in Kerr this next year.
Same weekend?
Same weekend, Veterans Day weekend. So Veterans Day is on Thursday next year. So it's going to be the weekend prior to that. So for you hunters, sorry, Michael Harris, sorry, brother. Yeah, just one weekend, it just ain't happening. So we are going to do it up on Kerr Reservoir. And we're going to jump. I think we're going to jump back and forth between Kerr and the James. Because the facilities, I mean, they're big. And so we're hoping this year, like next year, we got some things in the work. I can't guarantee it, but we may be able to. Our plan, hopefully, is to pay for all the lodging for all the vets, and possibly even the captains. So who knows? I know. Hopefully, we'll get some of the same sponsors we did this year. I'm excited for Kerr. Yeah, same here, man. Yeah, we're probably. I'm gonna try to rent all the cabins and the lodges there on Okanichi, and so we have all that stuff. And we're starting the planning now, and hopefully by after Ice Bowl, we will have a solid plan going into next year, and we'll already start marketing and doing all that other stuff. And we're just super stoked, man, just to be able to give back to our veterans. And it's exciting.
I know, Rich. I know it takes a lot of work for something like this, man. I know y'all everybody's been putting in a lot of time and effort and stuff. And it makes it well worth it on a day like what we've seen from all the pictures and the video and stuff. And I know myself and everybody, I'm excited. I can't wait to see how it grows for next year. I know
next year, you and Rebecca better be there. Mama was hoping, Vicky was hoping to see you guys, but I know, work and everything else like that. We understand that.
Yes, sir.
So there was there was a few people I was expecting that for one reason or another couldn't make it last minute. Yeah, Eagle Eye, you're gonna have to tow your boat out next year, and you're gonna now.
Brad says, "Love what y'all are doing. Thank you so much,
Brad. You know what? Thank you for recognizing it as an organization. I'm so proud of everybody. But what I want people to start thinking about, and Juan Eagle Eyes there, I want you to start thinking about this now, because we will lend assistance financially if we got to do whatever we got to. But it would be nice if we can do this same weekend and everything, but doing it in Texas. So we have a Hooked on Heroes 2026 Virginia, Hooked on Heroes 2026 Texas. And then maybe the next year we'll be in 3 different organizations. But I'd like it all to go on the same weekend. If we can. If we can't, then we can't. But I'd really like to see this size event going on in all our major locations. And then if they happen different times of the year, I know now that I have a boat that is towable and not like a big pontoon boat. Now as you guys have seen my new boat, I love it. I will drive to Ohio. I'll drive to Tennessee. I'll drive to South Carolina to participate if somebody's gonna do the same thing. So as an organization, I'd love to see everybody starting to put even small ones together and letting it grow. Just like last year we did 10. This year, we did as many as we did. So
that small tournament that we did really set us up, gave us an idea of what we needed to do for this tournament, for this event, in terms of planning and how to manage people and boats. So even up to the last minute, I think when we were, dividing vets out, even to right up to the last minute, we weren't real positive that we were going to have enough boat captains for vets. But we ended up having to split some folks up because we had enough captains. There were a couple of captains that came from another organization that hadn't registered that helped us out. Got us over the top.
James Catfish Club. You have to take Trey Thorpe and one of his other captains from those guys. It was really a big help too.
So even a small event will set you up for a bigger picture because you'll have an idea of, what time you have to set up, what time you need to be there. So my son lives, about 30 minutes away, 40 minutes away from where we had the event. And I knew I wasn't going to be able to sleep. So by 4 o'clock, I already had my boat in the water. And I was sitting there waiting to kind of direct traffic. So by having the boat in the water and having it all set up, I didn't have to worry about my boat or who was going to go with me because I already knew who was going to be in the boat. I just now could pay attention to all the other boat captains and get them in the water, help them get their boats launched, get people together at some point, get them all registered. And it was pretty well organized. Overall, I think there's, like Rich said earlier, there were a few small things that we could probably improve on, but nothing that the folks that came to fish noticed in any way, shape, or form. That was all just admin stuff in the background that we could do better, but nothing at all that interfered that that a vet that was going fishing would have seen or known was not planned or part of the event.
Well, I want to ask y'all, could y'all imagine a couple years ago how much that it has progressed up to this point, Operation Vets with Nets? I mean, it has exploded. I mean, unbelievable support that we get from a lot of people. I mean, could y'all imagine where we are today? I mean, did y'all see it coming like this?
I didn't. I personally didn't. Um, and a good friend of mine told me. Matter of fact, Anthony Brown, when I first, him and I were talking, he was at my house, and he said to me, he goes, "What do you have in vision for Operation Vets with Nets?" This is like shortly after I founded the organization. And so I said, dude, I said, I want to see in about the 10 years, Operation Vets with Nets is like a household name, like Tunnel for Towers and Wounded Warrior and stuff like that. I said, I want to be doing that much for our veterans, and so I go, and I'd like to see that, us being that well known in the catfish industry, 5 years prior to that. And so I think it was probably last year or so, Chris and I were talking. And when I brought, matter of fact, when I brought Chris on, we voted him in as one of our board of directors, and he told me, and a couple other people told me, that I want us to be one of the most well-known, in the catfishing industry. He said, dude, you're already there. You're already there. And it's not a pride thing. It's what I want to be known for, for us as an organization, is for what we're doing for our vets. That's it. And it was during CatCon last year, and Chris pointed this out. He goes, you said last year that you would have liked to see the organization as a whole, be really well known and one of the most well known for what we do, for our vets. He goes, take a look around and, look at videos, look at pictures, look what is going around in CatCon here. What's the most swag you see? Everybody was Operation Vets with Nets. People from the year before, but everywhere you turned, you saw people wearing Operation Vets with Nets, merch. Yep. He goes, this will show you that us as an organization are doing the right thing. And I was just like, I was taken by it. Truly was, that just shows me that, that the sky's the limit for what we can do. And
it's just beginning, Rich. It really is. I mean, things are really the horizon for Operation Vets with Nets is really looking up, man. It really is. And a lot of people don't know that this is just the beginning of something great that's coming.
And you know what? And I'm on it for the ride. When I can sit there and see a tear in a vet's eyes from gratitude, and knowing that maybe a trip that one of our captains provided or somebody provided within the organization that could have saved a life. Yeah. That everything we do is all worth it. Everything is all worth it. So not only do we get boots on the water, we get sneakers on the water, we get boondockers on the water. Yeah, we were getting everybody on the water, and that's the exciting thing is, now we've opened things up to the Gold Star families, so I'm, you know what? I don't even, people tell me, don't put a cap on what you think you can do. Because as long as you're within God's will and you're following where he's leading you, that you can't even think about what he's already got in motion for you. And that's it. That is, I'm super stoked. Oh, by the way, Chris, how's the fishing around there Memorial Day weekend?
Where you're at? What month is Memorial Day?
May, the end of May. I'm gonna be out there because
on.
I figured as much because I got to be out there for my niece's high school graduation. So I'm like, I might
Big
have to.
fish start moving to their nests about mid-April.
Okay.
You
All
can
right.
still
So it
catch
won't
a
be
few
no fishing.
stragglers, but
Well, one thing I do want to say is that we are as well known as our captains are.
That's right.
So without the support of our captains and the people who volunteered to be a part of the organization, they are they're what makes us good.
They're the backbone. Yep.
That's it.
when I think of the organization, I don't even think about the captains. Like, to me, it's way beyond, gone way beyond any captain or anybody's name. It's just, I don't know. It's become just when you think of a veteran organization in catfishing, there's really only one I think about. It's grown into something way bigger than when I first came on. There was very few captains, and it was in a couple states.
Yep. I think we're like 5 or 6 states when you come on board.
And now it's 25,
26.
hundreds of over 100 captains or something, right? It's crazy.
Yeah, that's how many we got registered, and we got some vetting to do for some more. But it's the work and effort of everybody that really makes, it's the support from like the Slime Show when you guys are talking about the organization, and I bet you there's people that and I did without a shadow of a doubt would not have heard about Operation Vets when they did.
20 captains from the Slime Show.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Minimum, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's, I think we've got.
I'm proud of that,
I would be. Absolutely, because there's a great following.
A lot of our guys have donated thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to the organization. I think that's cool. We've had guys that donated just equipment, gear, and stuff for raffles and just giveaways, and then direct donations to the organization when we post up the link or whatever. I think that's cool.
And it is. And you know what? And
we had a bunch of a very giving group of guys.
That's what I was about to say. Yep.
It's very like-minded people. When we ask people to give, they have a big heart. They give. So.
And it's like when you do these raffles.
Oh man, I got all my stuff. I got in trouble for all that over a year later. I got in trouble with Facebook for all of that. I don't know if I told you.
Well, yeah, you said we had to stop.
They put me on regulation, big time.
Wow.
Well, we're gonna have to figure out
a year later.
That's ridiculous.
And they deleted all those past videos and stuff we did. They deleted all that.
Well, you know what? There'll be another.
You told me, they're gonna get on to you for doing that. I'm like, I've done them before. I've never had a problem, but you were right. A year later, they came down on me. They were gonna wanting to close my whole Facebook deal down.
And one just said the slime.
Which shows you that giving heart. Which shows you the giving heart of some of the folks.
I don't understand
that are on the Slime Show. Is we had raffles for trips out here on the East Coast, and we had people out in California and Texas buying spots for knowing they'll never come out. But so if they won, they gave it to somebody over here. So and it's just those giving hearts. It really, I mean.
One just said the Slime Show has helped me provide that real therapy. Great being on the water, but even better catching big fish. Man, appreciate that one. Heck yeah. See, that's what makes it all worth it right there, man. It really does.
Juan's on fire, boys.
Oh, yeah, yes.
He is.
Him and his son.
Well, about time after he moved and he got himself on some good waters and he doesn't have to travel far. Now he's
He was
just
doing
killing
well
it.
before. He was doing well before.
He was.
He's done
Absolutely.
well, travel fishing tournaments. He's
Yeah.
Brad was just asking, do you have vets as captains, vets serving vets with nets? And we do. Yeah.
Absolutely, Brad. I'd say 75% of our captains are vets. But we also have those captains that aren't vets and have
this
just
guy right here.
as much impact. Chris, Jamie. Excuse
Bless
me.
you, brother.
Thank you. So you know, it's just that heart, you know, and it's, you know, it's incredible. You know, it's great when you're a vet and you can talk vet stuff and military stuff on the when you're out there fishing, but it's also very cool when you find a civilian captain still find common ground and build that camaraderie with that vet during that trip. You know,
All my vets have talked fishing stories from the time they were 4 years old until I've had an 88-year-old vet on the boat. And he was
oh my God! What about
favorite
Walter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a great trip. One of my favorite trips.
Hey, Jonathan, I checked my emails. I didn't see nothing from you. No. So, but how did the idea of Operation Vets with Nets come about? Do you mind if I share that, Chris? I saw that question.
Yeah.
All right. So real quick, in 2021, sometime in the summer of 2000, I love you too, brother. I took out a friend of mine. Didn't know he had severe PTSD for years, and after he was with me for the weekend, his wife calls me back on like a Tuesday or so, and crying, saying, "You gave me my husband back." I'm like, "Yeah, I was tired of him." So he arrived at my house Friday. I sent him home Sunday. I just couldn't deal with him anymore. She starts laughing. She goes, "No, you gave me my husband back." I said, "Yes, I know." She goes, "No, I mean," she goes, "You know he's suffering from PTSD." I said, "Well, I just found that out after knowing him for almost 20 years. I just found it out this weekend." And she goes, "He's laughing, he's talking. He's all he's talked about was his trip, you know, with you, you know, how you guys only caught 1 or 2 fish Saturday, but then killed it Sunday." And I was like, "Wow, cool." You know, and so, but prior to that, I was finding like when I was either depressed or my back was killing me or whatever I was dealing with, I'd get on the water and it's that real therapy, you know. And so, you know, my wife would notice if I'm getting antsy or I'm getting bummed out, whatever is going on. And she said, "Hey, when was the last time you were at the lake?" She said, "I think you need to go fishing." So I shared a lot of this with my, I shared a lot of this with my VA therapist, and she says, "Well, maybe you're onto something, you know." And so I started taking out some more vet friends, and then October of 21, that's right, real therapy, brother. October of 21, I came up with Operation Vets with Nets, formed, you know, the corporation within the state, submitted the paperwork through the IRS to become a 501c3. We did that, and it's been a blessing and a ride since. So I hope that, Brad, kind of answers your question. And it's just, you know, it's been a blessing being able to serve our vets, and not only serve our vets, but as the CEO and the founder, it's a blessing for me to be able to meet whatever needs our captains need.
Yeah.
You know, and build this organization as a team. And yeah, guys know I can be a pain in the ass, and there's good reason behind it. But I will do everything for any one of our captains. We have. And I just got word today you three on the here know, but that project I've been working for the last 2.5 years, just got word today that things are moving forward again. It looks like possibly January, February is from what I'm told. So if that's the case, all I would say is anybody watching this, by March, you watch your news, watch your national news, and you'll see what Operation Investment Nets will be up to. And so I mean, it's hey Brad, I appreciate that. It really it's something that the good Lord put on my heart, and I give Him the glory for it all. And I thank Him to allow me not only to serve our veterans, but to serve our team as well.
Rich, I was about to say, man, there's a lot of great things happening within the organization that that's going to come out, within the period of time, and a lot of people just don't know, man. It's going to be an amazing thing. It really is, and it's a lot of hard work that's being put in behind the scenes. It really is, man, and like I said, I don't think you realized where it was going to go from when you started.
No, not at all. And and the blessing is when I got the diagnosis of the cancer, that threw me for a major loop. It wasn't something I was ready for. And still working on trying to get the Hooked on Heroes event going. And and it's funny is I kept throwing out hints and I was hoping, but Walt kept saying, dude, you need help. You're working a full-time job. You're trying to do family things. You're running trips. You're trying to organize. You need some help. I said, yeah, well, I do, but and he's like, what can I do to help more? And because Walt runs trips 5-6 days a week easy. And so I said, well, this is what I'm really looking for. And he says, I'm looking for a VP. And he said, write up that job description and let me maybe. And I did. And he said, okay, I can do all that but one thing. And I said, okay. And so we said, well, he goes, let me just try it out, like a dress. Let me try, see how it fits. If I'm a good fit, then we'll go from there. And he did. And Walt helped a lot taking care of a lot of the day-to-day stuff so I can focus on other things, especially my healing or when I was preparing for surgery and stuff like that. And then he came back. He said, all right, I think I can do this. And so then I brought it to the board, and the board took a vote on it and it was unanimous and Walt became my VP, and it's been a blessing since. It's just, I think the good Lord puts people in our lives for a reason. And so, and so, Walt tells you, he gets his butt chewed just like, everybody else. And matter of fact, he was telling somebody else that he said, hey man, just because I'm the VP don't mean I don't get my butt chewed, because Rich has chewed my butt too. Jerry Jones about our protein. I'm going to bring
one of our captains. Your knife is on the way. It went out today. Sorry, it took me a week. I sucked pulling stuff out, but here's your knife. This is not your knife. Your knife's in the mail. But
nice.
Jimmy Floyd Custom. Thank you, Jimmy. Trent Hall says, I've been considering applying as a captain, just haven't yet. If guys want to apply as a captain, Rich, how do they go about doing that?
Sure. They contact Walter. No, just the process is really simple. It's just go to our website. And Brad, I was just reading your post. Man, I appreciate it, man. And please keep us up to date on that. But just go to our website, operationvetswithnets.org, and you're going to see there is on there where you could apply to be a volunteer captain. And so, matter of fact, so I can tell you what link that is. Here we go. I'll go up on the site now. But if you scroll down, it says request a trip, ambassadors, donate. Then you'll see volunteer team captain request. Click here. So just fill that form out, and whatever state you're in, somebody from that state or Walter or myself will call you. We go through a vetting process. We've got a pretty stringent vetting process now, so we can weed out anybody that's shouldn't be in the organization. And that's it. So just go to www.operationvetswithnets.org and scroll down, and you'll see volunteer team captain request.
And Walt,
I spoke to my therapist yesterday. He just grunted at me, puked in my boat, and then swam away.
That's right. Puked up some shells.
Walt, I was going to ask you, man, anybody that's feeling they want to give to Operation Vets with Nets, how can they go about doing that?
So you remember that thing that Rich said I don't do? Honestly, just go to the website.
I would ask you that one.
I go to the website. There's a on the top. There's something that says it says donations. You can donate through the website. I know personally when someone gives me money, after a trip, they won't take it back from me, and they hand it to me. I literally will drive it right over to Rich and hand it to him. And I know people don't have the ability to do that, but you can Venmo to cash or keep the cash, whatever you feel like you want to do. But those are the ways that are the quickest and easiest, is to go to the website and donate there. Or just call me and Rich and we'll figure it out.
Good deal, man.
And it's funny you say that, because that's the one thing, because part of the job description was fundraising. Well, I've told you 2 years ago, that's not me. And so Walt is forbidden now to even talk money. Even when we're planning something, you are not going to talk with anybody that deals with money, because you're going to screw it up, because the money's not you. Walt's like, I just want to get them out fishing. And you know what? And that's what we need. And
awesome.
so that's funny. You should ask that, Jamie. But as soon as you said Walter and you asked him that, I was like, oh God, here's where Walt's going to say, well, that one thing, and if anybody wants, alleviate, processing fees and all that other stuff, you can always just right on our website. There's our address. You can just always drop a check in.
That's awesome.
I would have won if Walter didn't one up on. That's right, because Curtis had the next biggest catfish. Yep, but there's always next year.
That's it.
Oh yeah, one thing we are looking for, honestly, if you want to donate an old pontoon at another location and have a couple of folks build up another wheelchair boat somewhere other than this area, I'm sure that somebody will be happy to take on that project. They don't know it yet.
Yep, that was God and his dad up there. Yep, that's right. That fish was meant for Gavin. You were right about that. But yeah, wheelchair boats. We'd like to get some wheelchair boats in other places of the country. And if everything comes to fruition with this project I've been working on, there will be wheelchair boats in a couple of key different locations, because we will purchase and have them built. Yay.
That's a big tease.
Let's see, I'm trying. Well, I tell you, man, the future is very bright for Operation Vets with Nets. I will say that. There's a lot of cool things, guys, and like I said, the sky's the limit. And I know there's a lot of hard work behind the scenes that a lot of people might not know, but it's going to be a good thing. It really is. There's going to be a lot of veterans and a lot of their families that's going to be touched. And I'm not going to go into it, but it's going to be amazing. It really is. And like you said, the good Lord puts people where they need to be, and I feel Rich and all of us, as far as parts of Operation Vets with Nets, the good Lord's going to guide everyone in the right direction, and it's an amazing thing, brother.
Yeah, he put you three guys into my life all for a reason, and I'm blessed to call you my friends and call you my family.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm going to nominate Juan to get this tournament going here in Texas. I'll help him put it on. I can recruit.
Well, let's make it happen, Juan.
I can help him also run the thing, but I'll have there's a gang of guys out here that'd be willing to help. So
I bet.
Should be able to get one going. Juan's going to have to be the organizer.
Yeah. I don't think he's gone back to work yet. So yeah, let him be the organizer.
He asked what lake. I would say somewhere around the Metroplex, with facilities, hotels, places for people to stay, and then a good enough fishery where we're all going to actually catch good fish. So
it'd be a perfect time for me to come visit my daughter in Austin.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Come on.
Oh yeah. See, oh yeah. If it ain't the same weekend, Walt, if we do this if we do this in two separate times, I will make a trip out to Texas. For sure.
Looks like there's people already saying, man, about helping out, fishing it. A lot of people out there in that area for sure. So that'll be
more anglers in Texas than any other state, and there's probably the largest amount of veterans of any state.
Yep, there is.
Texas. So I think it'd be a great place to have one.
Brad says I'll help in any way I can. So that's awesome, man. It really is.
Yeah, the big thing with this is going to be that fundraising efforts to be able to do that. And
what does it cost? Approximate
12 to 13,000, probably.
It's 10 by myself.
I know you could, brother. I know you could.
I can do that in 2 weeks.
Yep.
I just need to go do it.
So yeah.
Juan, you help me get it figured out. I'll help raise the money, put it on.
Yeah, this will be exciting. This will definitely be exciting. But man, I do appreciate you guys also, being able to let's talk about the event. Again, man, I wish Gavin was. I don't know. Is there a way I could present? And I wanted to try to pull up this picture of this young man in this.
One of y'all can just put it on your phone. Hold the phone up to the screen. I'll put you on screen. I do it all the time when I'm showing off my son's picks for the weekend.
All right, hold on. Let me see if I got it on my phone.
I can download it all, like before the deal starts, but
yeah.
Put it on your phone.
Juan said, Chris, that definitely I will get a game plan going. That's awesome.
All right, let me see here.
And Chris, while he's doing that, I know we were talking about doing the giveaway earlier. Did you want to just hold off since
I'm
Facebook?
gonna hold off because the majority of these people are on Facebook.
Yeah.
And I want to make it fair.
That's it, man. Because we have a lot of supporters over on our Facebook side, and Definitely want to make sure everybody's here.
Let's start my subscription deal over on Facebook, and it's a paid deal. It's not like I'm making money off of you, but if you do decide to be one of my paid subscribers, 99 cents a month, I'll send you a couple decals. So
yeah, I need decals.
I actually go in the hole by having subscribers, but
I need 2 decal. I need the Carolina Lake weights and the Slime Show decals for the boat.
All right, I've got these. Do you need bigger ones? Because I was going to get some bigger ones made.
How big are those?
4-inch.
4-inch round. Then that'll be the right size.
All right, I'm going to get some bigger ones made for
Rich. There you go. That's a pick.
Let me put Rich up. Push it closer, Rich. Raise it up a little bit, buddy. I'll push it closer.
All right, hold on here.
That's what I did. That's
yeah, awesome looking fish.
Yeah, that's him just getting ready to release it.
That's awesome.
Looks plump and healthy, like he's been eating good.
Yes, sir.
It's that time of year they start plumping up. Well, anything y'all want to promote? I'll go ahead and spit it out there. If you feel like donating money, if you feel like being a volunteer captain, if you want to help raise money, if you want to help help with fundraising operations that Operation Vets with Nets has for events, manning booths, whatever. You can sign up to donate your time or your money at operationvetswithnets.org. Go to operationvetswithnets.org, follow the links. The links will take you to wherever you need for whatever you're wanting to do. You don't have to be a captain.
You can be an ambassador.
Take vets out. A lot of people are uncomfortable taking out strangers. I get that. You can donate money. Or you can donate your time. You can help raise awareness by handing out flyers. I don't know if Rich has that program set up where they kind of coach you through some of that stuff, but
yep, we got the ambassador program. We're still working through that. We just got ambassador coordinator on board, and we've got an ambassador coordinator who's going to help our coordinator Eric down in South Carolina and Georgia. But yeah, and ambassadors are those kind of folks that can't take anybody out fishing, but they want to get involved. They want to man a booth at an event. They want to fundraise. Anything but being a captain. We're putting that program together because there are a lot of folks that do want to donate their time for that. So we are working on. So you can sign up as an ambassador on our event on our site as well.
I will say this: if you want to be a captain and you're apprehensive that you don't want to have to take people out constantly all the time, you don't have to take people out constantly all the time. If you want to take somebody out occasionally here or there, you just want to go recruit guys to come onto your boat through the organization, you can do that as well. A lot of the guys that come on my boat just want to come fish with me. They're veterans. I get that. So, and then you got people like Walt that, hell, he's doing it 3, 4, or 5 days a week. I mean, if you wanted to do it at that level, you can do it at that level as well. It's basically whatever you want to do. Nobody's going to push you, tell you whatever you have to do. So just wanted to put that out there as well, because some of my friends were like, I don't know about having to go out all the time. I don't know if I'm capable of doing that, but I would like to take guys out from time to time. So you can do that. If that's what you want to do, you can do that. Every little bit helps, you know.
Yep, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Jamie, anything you want to promote before we get out of here?
Man, I just want to say appreciate all the support and the love, man. Not only to Carolina Lakeweights, but to Operation Vets with Nets.
I will say
it-
Jamie was also a donor for the Hooked on Heroes event.
Oh yeah, absolutely,
I don't know what
absolutely.
he
was.
donated, but he's always donated. I got to pull the reins back on him because he wants to give away the whole house.
He does. Yep.
Well, I tell you, man, it warms our heart, myself and Rebecca. But like I said, Operation Vets is Nets very special. It really is, and we love everything about it. And we've been great partners with everybody. Operation Vets with Nets for a long time now, and we appreciate it. We couldn't ask for anything better, man. We always love being there and doing what we can do.
And believe me, it's always appreciated. And I got to be honest with you, Jamie. And Vicky said this the other day too when we happen to be talking about you and Rebecca and talking about with your health and how that's getting better because she was asking me that.
Yeah.
And she goes, you always tell me all these things that Jamie's doing, that Jamie and Rebecca have done for the organization and continually do. And sometimes you got to yell at them to say stop doing. And she goes, but what I hear you also say is you value more their friendship. And I said, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it is, you guys are like family. And believe me, Vicky was looking forward to seeing you guys. She was looking forward to seeing you and Rebecca at CatCon this year. That didn't work. We're looking forward to seeing you at this event. Life happens. She said, she goes, I will get to meet them, right? I said, yes, you will. So if that means in the spring, I throw Vicky in the truck with me in the boat and we drive down there for an extended weekend, then that's what's going to happen.
Well, I tell you, we're gonna meet up soon, brother. I promise you, we really will.
Yep.
So, but yeah, man, we love being partners with Operation Vets with Nets. We really do, and appreciate everything that everybody does for Operation Vets with Nets too.
Walt, anything you want to say before we get out?
I just want to thank everybody. I mean, everybody, from the boat captains to everybody that's in the chat, Carolina Lakeweights. We really appreciate what you do for us. And Chris, for what you do for the Operation Vets with Nets as well. And Rich, you don't take a lot of credit, but you do an awful lot of stuff. And it keeps you very busy. And I'm not quite sure that event would have gone as smooth as it did if it weren't for your gentle touch.
He's being so politically correct. Hey, ain't no wokeness on this show. I was an asshole at times.
Oh man,
I want to say thanks, Rich, for being a good friend to me, for allowing me to be part of the organization, allowing me to be on the board of directors. It's been a fun rocket ship ride. It's going on 3 years now. Walt, I appreciate everything you do for Rich and the organization. I think it's cool, man. You got a big heart. Jamie's my brother. I'm proud of everything he's done. I want to thank all the Slime family for always giving when I ask. Anytime I've asked to give for the organization, you guys have had a huge heart, always willing to donate money, rods, you name it. I can't say enough how proud I am to be a part of this Slime family. You guys are part of it too. So
Absolutely.
That's pretty much all I got to say.
And there will be a video. They were asked, will there be a video? I was taking still pictures. The other guy was taking videos. I'm going to try to in the next week or so. There's going to be a big post on our website, on our Facebook page. I'm going to try to I just got to get some stuff in order, take care of some stuff in the home front, but we will get something out there.
That's it. Dustin, everything's going good, brother. Appreciate you asking, man. Good having you here, buddy. But like you said, Chris, we couldn't do it without our supporters in chat, man. You know, everything
That's
that
really
they
what
do.
it's all about.
That's it, man. Because
Makes the
especially,
whole
you know,
thing special.
that's it. These guys have supported the Slime Show, supported everything that we've been a part of, you know, Operation Vets for Nets and stuff. And, you know, I feel blessed at being here every Wednesday night, you know, that we get to do what we do, man. But having the people that backs the Slime Show, it's amazing. It
Sorry
really
we had
is.
technical difficulties tonight. It knocked out half our crowd, or over half. It knocked out 70% of our crowd, but that's the way it goes, man. We're technically challenged. I don't even know what happened. So
I don't either, man. I saw it go. I like went dark, and I'm like, oh no.
I wish there was a button I could refresh, but that's not capable through the StreamYard app. So
Burning up the keyboards. Yep.
That's it. That's it.
we'll do the giveaway next week, top of the show, probably. Sorry we didn't do it this week. We'll give it away next week. Got 4 SmackDown rod holders. We'll give them all to one person. So
And that Peter over Smack, I gotta say, I gotta give him a shout out, because when he saw the new boat and he says, "What do you need for the new boat?" I said, "Well, I have a bunch of these brand rod holders on here that just aren't,
they
what
aren't
I'm looking for."
SmackDown.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it.
See, yeah. So, so he's like, "All right, what do you need?" I said, "Well, I have a box with 4 red, white, and blue ones that I won somewhere last year." And I said, "Now I've got this." He says, and within 3-4 days, they showed up, and he sent some out. And so I got them on there, and I'm like, "Oh, they look so beautiful." May God bless it. Thank you so much, man. And I was looking for a Marine at our event. I had something specifically for a Marine, and there was no cran eaters there. Well, hopefully they'll be there next year. But yeah, that's another. I got to give a shout out to Peter Dries over SmackDown, because whatever needs, he's always there for the organization to meet. And I can't wait. Matter of fact, his sticker, the SmackDown sticker, was the first sticker that went on the new boat. And I got my Mad Cats ones in last week. They're going on. I'm waiting for. I'll get the Slime Show and the Carolina Lake Weights ones. Yeah, we're gonna have our key sponsors and supporters, on that boat and rocking that proudly. And that is a bad boat, man.
It really is. It looks good.
That G3 is the bomb, man. Yeah, we sit there. Somebody said,
Live show for supporting our sponsors that give us all this stuff to give away. They wouldn't be giving us all this stuff to give away if you guys weren't out there supporting what they're doing. I think it's a great partnership. Jamie, why don't you go down the list of the brands that have decided they want to throw their weight behind us so that we can give all this cool stuff away?
I want to say, especially thank you to Catfish Clothing. Them guys has always been good to us. They do a lot together with ourselves, the Slime Show, and Carolina Lake Weights.
Them next.
Yep.
We give these rod holders away.
That's it. And of course, I know you were talking about the knives a while ago, man. Mr. Jimmy right there, beautiful knives. I mean, that they give us here to give away.
A whole box of them over here.
I know, right?
I'm like, damn.
"Are you going to make me go downstairs and get mine?"
and of course, SmackDown rod holders. We were just mentioning them guys, SmackDown rod holders. We appreciate everything that they do for us here at the Slime Show. They've always been good. It's a hell of a team to be a part of, and it's a lot of fun. And of course, Chris, man, it keeps growing and growing, man. We got people all the time wanting to do things, and it's an amazing thing. It really is.
Want to thank Kevin Parks for being a
Yep.
good friend to me, for being
Yes.
an awesome supporter to me and my son, for sponsoring being a show sponsor. He's given us a whole box of stuff to give away. We've already given away some planer boards.
He's a big Operation VetsWithNet sponsor as well.
We're going to keep doing it. We're going to keep giving this stuff away because we like to give back. Makes us feel good. So I appreciate the sponsors for giving us things to make us feel good and to help us put awesome products in our slime family's hands.
That's it. And I know, Chris, there was a lot of people we were talking about, man, how many sponsors, who knows next year, what we might decide to do with that, man. I know we've had a lot of people interested in stuff. So we'll see even next year if the slime show keeps growing.
Contacted me after I closed out the sponsorship thing because I had some anchors and some reels and it got overwhelming. I feel like we got a core group, but if the show grows, we'll bring on some more sponsors.
That's it.
I don't have a problem doing that.
Once we get our inventory stuff situated, when Don and Derek get back, then we'll be throwing some swag again.
Rich is one of your show sponsors. I think we've got everybody mentioned.
Yep. I believe so. I was going to leave, of course, Operation VetsWithNet, and Rich was just saying that about some swag and stuff. So, man, we love all of our sponsors.
More partner than a sponsor. So
that's it. So, we got a hell of a family, man. We really do. We got one hell of a family.
We're going to keep growing it. We are selective about who we really let in, and I'm fine with that. We're going to keep this a like-minded thing. If you're not like-minded, you probably won't fit in here for very long. But if you're like-minded, we'll welcome you in like family. So if you've got like-minded friends, invite them, and let's grow the slime family.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. From Louisville, Texas. Tight lines. God bless. Azul out.
Later, everybody.
Later, guys.
Good night. Have a good one.